Join us every Sunday for an episode of the Digital Business Forum
at 2 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. MST, 5 p.m. EST, and 10 p.m. GMT.
This forum will feature successful, experienced digital business owners with inspiring information to help you make that informed decision about starting your own digital business. By starting your own online business, you will have more free time to take control of your life, create generational wealth, retire early, and make money from anywhere in the world with just your laptop, phone, and internet. If this resonates with you, don't miss this Sunday. Digital Business Forum. Be informed, be inspired.
All right. Hey everybody, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are watching this from. If it's your first time to be here, we are always here every Sunday, 2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And my name is Dorothy, originally from Uganda, currently in the United States, a proud digital business coach, globally an entrepreneur, and mother too. So we're here today having an amazing guest. As before we dive in, actually, let me have David a little introduction before we can call our guest.
Thank you so much, Dorothy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us. Welcome to this episode of the Digital Business Forum. My name is David. I'm an advisor on cybersecurity and digital businesses here in California. And every Sunday, we come out here to talk to you about digital business and how you can take advantage of the digital space. Tonight, we're glad to be hosting our guest, Shori. Glad to have you here tonight. So yeah, I'll give it back to you, Dorothy, so you can do what you do best. And then stay put and we'll, dive into it.
All right, thank you for that simple and short introduction. So now we are going to our amazing guest, a coach in our community. I don't know if it's a former, she's gonna tell us. Certified nurse interpreter, a broker. So there's a real estate broker. So guys, it's a lot. Let me not even to start figuring out. Let me get straight to the guest to introduce herself a little bit, and then we will dive in our amazing interview for today. Let's stay tuned. All right, let me have you to have simple introduction.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, David, for inviting me. Good morning, good afternoon, and hello to everyone. They are watching us right now, or they are going to watch us later. My name is Shohre. I'm originally from Iran. I'm living in USA for 28 years with my family. I'm a certified medical interpreter. I'm real estate broker and one of the investors in commercial property in whole USA, and I have a 2 offline business with my husband, and I'm here as a coach online business, and I'm happy.
So that's amazing. That's an introduction. You see why I said, like, you know what? Let me just leave the guest that she can give us a brief note about her and look at all those experienced real estate entrepreneur, like interpreter, offline business owner, and still come into the digital business as a coach. It's amazing. So just get a cup of tea. I believe it's going to be amazing, and make sure you learn something out of what we are going into right now.
Yes, hey, Dorothy, before we dive in, out of Shori's introduction, something caught my attention, and I would like to bring her back just to explain something about that profession, certified nurse interpreter. I know of certified nurses, I know about nursing, but this one caught my attention. What does it involve, Shori?
The certified medical interpreter, that means you have to get a special courses, you have to understand medical languages about
Mm.
the medication, about the symptoms, about the some, because when you going to the doctor office, some words they said as a medical language, I have to understand to be comfortable to interpret that for the patients. I have to get that courses, and I have to pass that to be able to be certified medical interpreter, because you know that when we are going to the doctor, they keep talking and I have to remember everything. If I want it, I can get it just notes, just few words to just is refresh my memory. But I just is get that course, I passed it, and I'm so happy because now I can, when my daughter sometimes she's at medical school, when she's a study, sometimes she says, mommy, are you ready, we just is do some tests together. I love it because I can
Oh,
understand some of the medical language. I really enjoy it.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're
I think,
welcome.
yeah, I think that's where I had lost you because I heard certified nurse interpreter, but it's certified medical interpreter. That,
Yes,
so yeah.
and thank you for throwing more light on that. It's just something
you're welcome.
I wanted to, for the purpose of the people that listening to us, to just throw it out there and say, hey, okay, thank you so much.
Hmm. Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Okay, so thank you so much. I can see everybody is now watching. Please put it in the comment section where you're watching us from. And at the end of this live, you will tell us what you planned. And are you ready to take those next steps? Or you will need a one-on-one call where you're watching us. Just go to the website. You will always find all the information and what we are going to discuss here. You will have more and more once you visit the websites. In the bio, you will find it there. So now let's have our amazing guest to elaborate for us on her journey into the digital business world for our audience and everybody who is like watching this right now, and what motivated you to enter this field on top of all the experiences you have in real estate, you have in the medical interpreter. So what forced you, or can you elaborate for us? How did you get
Yeah.
to, go into this digital world?
First of all, thank you for that question because that says my number why. I'm going to explain it. My journey into digital business started about 2024, November 2024, basically. Before that, I spent the many years working as a medical interpreter, real estate broker, and helping my husband for our traditional business. But I have lived in the United States, as I said, in past 28 years, and my life it was good. I have always enjoyed learning, growing, and helping people. That was my passions. But what really motivate me to explore digital business, it was my personal experience. A few years ago, my mom's health started to decline, and I'm the only daughter here. I don't have any another sibling here in US, and I found myself spending more time helping and caring of her. That experience changed the way I look at the time. I realized that income is important, but having flexibility and control over my schedule is important too. For the first time, I start asking myself, what if there was the way continue working, growing, and helping people while having more freedom over my time? And that question always it was in my head, and I start exploring different opportunity to become honest. And I was a spectacle at the first. I wasn't sure about that business, honesty, but because I wasn't technology expert, I didn't come from the digital marketing like David at all, and I had a lots of questions. But what attracted me was education, mentorship, support, and opportunity to learn new skill steps by step. That was is my number one goals. I love it. And then I wasn't looking for a shortcut. I was looking for a way to grow, learn, and create more choices for my future, like everyone likes it. Over the over that last year, over the last year, I have learned so much, gain confidence, and become the coach and start helping other people who are exploring similar opportunity like me, special in my language. I'm just really trying to teach them to just know about that opportunity. And honestly, this journey is not only income for me, it has been growth, flexibility, learning new skills, and helping others believe that it's never too late to start some things new. I really enjoy that. Absolutely, we are looking for income, but beside the income, that was the number one goals for me, and I love it.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. So, David, do you want to say something?
Thank you, Dorothy, for that for the opportunity. Shori, thanks for your story, that introductory story of how you entered the digital space. Um, you're not very different from several other people we've spoken to as well that have entered this, that have ventured into digital businesses from the traditional um, from the traditional businesses or what they've been doing. So, but I mean, in the sense that they would love to spend a little more time with family. Many of them are raising, young ones, and
Yeah.
they've realized that, you know what, the best time they can spend with these children is when they're young, so they can
Mm-hmm.
impact and
Yeah.
make them who they want them to be or to become. Um, the challenge you had is that you had a parent that was, elderly, becoming sickly, and they
Mm-hmm.
needed your time, and you don't have that extra support, from around. So you had to step in
Yep.
and kind of help out. So in a way, um, that is a very big why to to several people starting and going out, venturing into digital space. So apart from that, the fact that you had a strong why again, um, you have been able to do these um, traditional businesses. You're in real estate. You're certified medical interpreter. How were you able to identify such an opportunity in the digital space to jump on, with all the maze there is to find these kinds of opportunities? People move around and things of the nature. So what was this journey for you? How were you able to identify something worthwhile?
Wow, that's a great question, David. Thank you for asking me. I have to say, is one thing I have learned over the years is not to make a decision based on only when I'm excited. I'm I love to when saw the opportunity. I didn't jump in that right away. I took my time. I asked the question. I attend a presentation or webinar. I look at the training system. I look at the support available. And the most
Mm,
importantly, I look at the people. I want to see real people. We're getting real result.
right,
And I also wanted to know if this was some things I could learn, even though it didn't come from a technology background, because I didn't know anything about the technology, but I loves to learn. At that time, social media marketing or creation or AI is really new to me,
right,
but I wanted to make sure there was a system that could help someone like me learn step by step. What impressed me it was that this wasn't only about the income, it was also about the personal growth. Believe it or not, learning new skills, mentorship, and becoming better every day, that was an unbelievable, amazing feeling. I had it. I'm sure everybody's had that experience. And I saw people, learning, creating new opportunity for themselves. That give me confidence, enough confidence for me. I says, okay, a good opportunity is not something that promise quick success at all. A good opportunity is something that helps you grow, learn, and create value while building the better future for yourself. That is what helped me to make my decision. And looking if I'm looking back today, in back to November 2024, I'm really grateful that I took the time to learn, ask a question, watch the webinar, and make the informed decision. As an immigrant woman or immigrant people, basically, I have learned to be careful with the opportunities. That's why I always do my research before making any important decision.
Thank you so much, Shori,
You're
for that
welcome.
submission. Thank you, Shori, for that. And of course, the takeaway is the availability of training in new skills, like you said,
Yeah.
social media, AI, and all these digital technologies and tools. For you, that was a kicker, because there are several businesses you can go into, opportunities you can go into, but you have to figure it out yourself. And then there's those that give you training. They'll give you the A to Z of how you're going to do it. So by the time you're done with the training, you become a pro at something.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the growth you're talking about. And that in itself is key. The other thing is, at the same time, the fact that it's not just about growth, but it's another, you're earning out of it, So you're learning, but you're also earning out of it. And that's another
Yeah. Yeah.
key
Yeah.
element is bonus. Yeah. So thank you so much.
That's right.
Back to
You're
you,
welcome.
Dorothy. Mhm.
Great. Thank you so much, Coach, for that, amazing tips and everybody who's watching us there. So this tells you that you don't have to do with experience. No matter which background you have, the only thing you have to make sure that you are coachable, you are mentable. You will be able to take this opportunity. And we always say all of us, we start by learning, right? So if you are ready to learn, I don't believe you will have any excuse. So now let's have this. Were there any opportunity when you felt like giving up? And if so, what motivated you to keep going? If at all you had those moments where you felt like giving up. Good enough, you're an entrepreneur. So that those moments, as a business owner, you feel like everything is on you. Have you ever, encountered those kind of moments?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, Coach Dorothy. I believe we all had some moment we get overwhelmed or we just is get discouraged. I definitely had that moment too. When I started this journey, everything was new to me, right? Social media, content creation, AI tools, online marketing, or anything. Everything, it was new, and I just is felt overwhelming at that time. But uh, I remember there was a moment when I questioned myself and I wondered if it was too late to learn something's completely new or not. And you know that as an immigrant woman, English is my second language, and sometimes that created extra challenges for me too. And but at the same times I was also caring for my mother and balancing my family responsibility. Everything, it was on my shoulder. There were days when I felt tired and I wondered if I should just go back to what I felt comfortable and familiar or keep going forward. But what kept me going was remembering why I started this journey. That was a big why for me. And then I says, okay, I wasn't just looking only for income. Absolutely, it was for income too, but not the only. But I was looking for the growth. I wanted continue learning. I wanted challenge myself. I love to be challenged always, and I wanted to prove myself that it's never too never too late to learn new skills
Right.
or create a new opportunities. Another thing that helped me was the support system. You know, we always had a coaches, mentor, community support around us to that's reminded me I was not alone here. Whenever I felt stuck, I focused on taking one small step at the time to instead of worrying about the whole journey. And then I took back now when I'm just is now looking back, I'm saying, okay, I'm very grateful I didn't quit that moment, because some of the things that once scared me the most are now things I do with confidence. I'm really confident with it because I says, okay, I can just do it. Smallest step, sure, and no rush. Take your time, and now I'm really confident on that. And one of the biggest lesson I have learned is that growth happen when we keep going, even when we don't feel ready for it, but we have to keep going. That's always remind myself. That's my goal. And I just have it here in my mind.
Right.
Wow, that's amazing. So this tells you everybody, and actually even today this morning, I received a call, somebody asking me, but do you think this business is for me? I'm like, wait a second, what is your main biggest why? It will tell me if it's for you or not. So a lot of people are looking for opportunity. Before you even go for the opportunity, look for your why. Why do
Yeah,
you want to start it? I believe it's very, very, very powerful. I believe that's the reason why most successful people, success actually finds them on the way because they are focusing on their why. So automatically money will come in because
that's true.
it cannot come without you following that why. So at the end of the day, your why is a key to your success.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, so let me have David.
All right. Thank you, Dorothy, for this second opportunity. Shori, I know coming from a different background, obviously, um, you know, going into digital business, it all sounds easy, like shaking a wand and things start working
Uh,
automatically in the background, you know. But of course, when you're dealing with technologies, there are challenges, especially in IT. It could be with the very technologies that you're working with, and I'm talking about your internet, your laptop, your iPads, your phones, the technology itself, and then the applications or the tools, the digital tools, and things of the nature. So, have you encountered any technical challenges or obstacles in the development or maintenance of your online platforms? And how have you been able to overcome these kinds of challenges? I ask this question because I come from a technical background, and I find a lot of people telling me, I mean, David, it's easy for you because you have 20 plus years in technology, you build systems, you know about technology. It's easy. So I don't have that kind of background. And I see this opportunity. Is it for me? Am I able to do it? And I say, Yes, this is an opportunity for anybody that is coachable and trainable, because there's online training, there's video-based training, there's coaches, there's mentors, and things of the nature. Now I ask you, how were you able? I ask you for everybody's, good. So, were there any moments where you felt like, these technologies, and how have you been able to navigate that?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for that tricky question. Absolutely. One of my biggest challenges was technology, because my background, I just know how to go to Instagram and Facebook.
There you go.
Uh, just is posted some picture or put a comment. That's it. That's it. I didn't know anything more than that.
Right.
And that was, because I said before too, I wasn't a tech person, but I didn't have any background. But anyway, I started, and maybe those things, it was challenging for me. It was really simple to many people,
Right.
but I just was confused. But learning that social media platform and using different online tools, AI, all those stuff, it was a new experience for me. There was time I get tired, stressed, because sometimes that is taking, few hours for me to figure out to do it. And sometimes I didn't know, even though I just clicked the wrong button, and technical issue during the live, technical issue during the creating the content. I didn't know how to use the AI. Everything, it was really challenging, but
Right.
uh, I did my best to learn instead of letting those challenges stop me. I decide to just look at them as a part of learning process.
Right.
I ask the question, I attend the training session. I learn from mentors and coaches. And the most important things, it was I just permitted myself to be as a beginner started. I stopped I stopped accepting too much for myself to know everything right away. And I says, no, Shora, you have to start. Your class is looks like you are the first grade at the schools. You have to just start from basic and keep going forward. Even though sometimes I have to back and forth to the training session several times to get it, but it's okay. I did it that. And now I can say I'm much better, because I can just is learn to other people. At the same time, I'm trying to learn more and more to be better coach, better person to help other. And uh, that experience, I believe, taught me the most limitation are not technical limitation. They
Right.
are often just fear and lack of experience. Once they start learning and practicing, things become much easier for us. That I can just give it that advice to everyone.
Right.
Just practice.
Right. Thank you so much, Shori.
You're
And
welcome.
again, maybe something to add on to that. As you're navigating digital businesses, look out for these things. One, do you have some kind of mentorship? If you're trying to get into something, is there some kind of coaching? Is there some kind of skills training for a few of these technologies you're going to be working with? Do they have some kind of a technical team behind? Because all these can, make it a little easier for you. Because there are opportunities out there that have some technical, help that is rendered, and you can start off with that as you also learn. Because one of the major elements you have to come with as an individual is to be coachable and trainable. Okay, just as Shori was telling us, taking it a step at a time, a day at a time, a step at a time, and you know, if you are in a class, I would say a module at a time. Okay, the people that have doctorates and masters in whichever field or domain out there, just didn't wake up one morning and boom, they became doctors or they became master holders in in whatever field you might think of. But it starts simply by doing one class, okay, and then eventually they graduate into those fields. So the same way with these opportunities, sometimes you're not blessed to come with skills, big time skills, say in the areas you're going to be doing business. But if you're coachable, you have that drive in you, and you're willing to be consistent, then you can as well take advantage of this. That's all you need. So thank you very much, Shori.
You're
Back to you,
welcome.
Dorothy.
All right, thank you so much. The key point here is to be consistent and be willing to be coachable. So now let's see, could you share any valuable lessons or insights you gained from your experience as an online digital business owner?
Oh, thank you, Dorothy, for that question because I love this question. I love to talk about that subject to everyone because I think one of the biggest lessons I have learned is that personal growth comes before business growth.
Right.
When I started, I thought success was mostly about learning a strategy, tools, and system, and those things are important. That was just my thought at that moment. But over the time, I figured that the biggest change happened inside me. I learned to be more patient. I learned to be more constant here. I learned to become comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I learned that growth often happens outside our comfortable zones.
Right.
That's and another important lesson is that you do not have to know everything before you begin. Many people wait until they feel 100% ready, but I didn't do that. But now I believe that action create confidence, that more you learn, more you grow. And more you grow, more opportunities see you. I also learned the value of the community and mentorship. It's unbelievable here. And I can say no one succeeds completely alone here. We are all together as a team. We support each other.
Mhm.
Having people who encourage you, guide you, and share their experience can make a huge difference.
Right.
And finally, I learned that is never to learn new skills. Don't say I'm old, I'm young, I'm not good at it. I start learning a skill that were completely outside my comfort zone, including social media, content creation, and AI, everything. But today I'm grateful I did it because those skills have not only helped me in business, they have helped me grow as a person. I feel lots of change inside me too. If I could leave one message for anyone listening today, I would say this: never stop learning, never stop growing, and never understatement what is possible when you take the one small steps every day.
Thank you.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you
You're
so much
welcome.
for actually sharing that. When you spoke about being comfortable in uncomfortable place, those are some of the reasons, when let's say the reason I have freedom today is because I was willing to be uncomfortable for the seasons where everybody wasn't willing to take that action. where everybody around you, you just have negativity, like, oh, what are you studying? We have been seeing this. This is not real. This is maybe scam. Don't you think we have been seeing this? But don't you ask yourself why we don't study it? So it was uncomfortable place for me to take action while have all those negativities around me. But today, it paid. I fired my boss within 9 months. I'm here sharing the same opportunities and a lot of people out there. That's why we bring the amazing people in our community to share this so that you can see that we have big community and they are all successful. They can see you. You can see when we come here and share these opportunities, everybody can tell once you join our community, you're never alone. You are never alone. So thank you so much for sharing. And all right, David, you can wind up.
All right, thank you. Shori, thank you. This is a gratitude message. Thank you for joining us tonight and sharing your story, sharing those insights. Those are very encouraging words. Because I know some people, there will be people that later on will watch this video, and I know for a fact they're going to learn something. One last thing I would like to say, based on the story that you just gave us, is that if you're out there, dare to dream and dare to dream big. And because that is your dream, okay, it's been given to you, not me. That's your dream. Push and see that you realize and achieve that dream. Yes, we have all had dreams or aspirations that sound unreasonable to the people around us. And it's human nature. These are relatives, these are sisters, brothers, mothers, friends. And, they think they're helping by throwing all this information in. You might get scammed. Are you sure what you're getting into? It sounds expensive. You're gonna be, you lose money. I know somebody that lost money. So what makes you think you're special? So when you hear these words, sometimes they come from, with good intentions. But if you are a dreamer, these are not fueling your dream. These kinds of words are not fueling your dream. What I would recommend or advise you to do is to do more research. When you hear this kind of information, don't look at it as noise. Okay, take the responsibility and the due diligence to do more research. If somebody has told you you might be scammed, make sure you do some more research so that you find you ascertain it's not a scam. You know what I mean? Because it's your dream, and for you to achieve it, go the extra mile, do the due diligence, such that by the time you say, I'm taking on or I'm not, you're sure. It's not just hearsay. There are opportunities that will give you a chance to do that due diligence by giving you a package. Pay $149. You'll have access to the blueprint, full blueprint, which will show you what the system looks like, what the compensation plan looks like, how do you build generational wealth, how do you do ABC, the technologies you're going to be working with. Dare to spend some bit of money doing your research, because again, this is an area where people feel like, again, I'm being scammed through the process of paying $149, But they'll tell you that it's risk-free, meaning it's refundable. So pay $149. If you feel that this is not something you're cut out to do, just call your $159 back, and it will be put on your payment, on whatever payment method you used, your card or your bank account. So in other words, it's risk-free, but it gives you an opportunity to do the due diligence and find out. So it's not just noise, but that should push you. It should be something to push you. When you hear this from family and friends, that should push you to do more research, do your due diligence, and see whether this is something you're actually cut out to do. Then you have something to a business to start, or a business, an opportunity to jump on. With those few words, I'd like to say thank you again.
Congratulations.
And
Okay.
back to you, Dorothy.
David, thank you so much. Thank you so much, our guest for today. We really appreciate your time. Hope to see you next time here. And this goes to everyone. This tells you what our guest shared, what I shared, what David shared. It clearly shows you that every level of your life will require a different version of you. So if you want a different future, you must be willing to do things that feel uncomfortable today. And trust me, growth and comfortable rarely, these two things I rarely live in the same place. So that means you have to go from that place to the next place, change yourself, take action. All the information is in the bio. Hope to see you next week, 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Pacific Time. Bye-bye, everybody.
I believe 80% to 90% of the business in the future will be online. Today we call people entrepreneurs. Many years later, we call netrepreneurs because everybody has to be online, called the net entrepreneurs. Today you can only sell in Nairobi. You're a good, successful person here. But in the future, if you cannot sell your products all over Africa, if you cannot sell things across the countries, you're not a business people. The world is changing very fast. And I'm not scaling you guys. I worry about the new technology.